Good afternoon. Well, good afternoon. Florida leads the way yet again, as we have done on issue after issue over these many years. We are here again, doing it again, on doing everything we can to end the illegal immigration crisis in this country. We here in Florida have a responsibility to be strong partners with the Trump administration as it seeks to restore the rule of law, remove illegal aliens from our communities, and protect public safety. Today, the Florida legislature has passed the strongest legislation to combat illegal immigration of any state in the entire country. I want to thank President Albritton and Speaker Perez for meeting this moment, rising to the occasion, and for producing a product that reflects the values and aspirations of the voters who sent us here in the first place. Now, Florida has been leading on these issues, particularly when Biden administration took hold. They opened the border and created chaos, not just in those border communities, but all across the country. We have led with Operation Lone Star, the first state in the country to send support for Texas during the Biden administration to combat the illegal border crossings. We also launched Operation Vigilant Sentry, plugging the holes that in our marine defense and interdicting over 17,000 illegal aliens that have now been repatriated by the Coast Guard just in the last year and a half alone. Of course, we had our illegal alien transport program, and then we've enacted legislation. No ID cards of any kind. That's a huge deterrent for illegal immigration. Increased penalties on illegal aliens for a variety of things, including driving, including voting, and also making sure we're monitoring hospital costs, and we've deterred a lot of costs in our healthcare system. So as Florida has led on this, it's been a team effort. The legislature has been with us on issue after issue for really the last really all the way going back to the ban on sanctuary cities 4 or 5 years ago. So I want to thank them for their partnership on that. And we've been moving forward even as this legislation has been debated. And, you know, I know there was a lot of twists and turns, but I like to tell people is like, you know, when you're on an airplane, sometimes you have turbulence, and like in the moment, you kind of think of it. The minute you land safely, you just kind of forget about it and you move on with your day. And this plane landed safely and securely and soundly. We're going to continue to do our part. Even as this was going on, we executed a so-called 287G agreement with the Department of Homeland Security and Florida Highway Patrol. So they have been out. They have been conducting operations. FDLE has been doing it. I'd imagine you'll see an agreement between DHS and FDLE very shortly to be able to protect our communities. Now, when we called for this special session, we outlined a number of things that we thought were important. And it wasn't about, like, I was saying this. These are things I asked for. These are things that people who are smart in this space have talked about for many years. And now with the Trump administration at that time preparing to take power, now in power, this was our time to act. We wanted to make it a state crime to enter the state of Florida illegally. We wanted to make sure there were duties on state and local law enforcement, including having appropriate sanctions up to and including removal from office, so that they're with the enforcement of federal immigration laws. We wanted there to be a coordinating officer to be able to help work with these local authorities. We wanted to broaden the gang language so that we could sweep in more of these illegal alien gangs and hold them accountable. We wanted to make sure that we exercise transport as appropriate. We wanted to repeal in-state tuition and focus on Floridians for people that were here illegally, no in-state tuition. Wanted to make sure there were strong penalties on voter fraud and registering to vote as an illegal alien. We wanted to police and deter the remittances, and we wanted to end the practice of catch and release, where you have a dangerous criminal alien get arrested and then immediately released back onto the justice system. And I'm happy to say that of those key policies, virtually all of them are reflected in the legislation that was passed by the legislature today. So the voters who have been talking to me about this for many, many years, who wanted to see very swift action, just know that what the legislature did today, that answers the call. This is what you asked for. This is what you expected for us. And this really is kind of just the ticket to the dance. We're going to be implementing it. There's going to be a lot of things that happen, but I can tell you the state of Florida will be safer and secure as a result of this legislation. And again, I want to say this is a team effort. We got folks in both houses of the legislature. Obviously, our office, we were working very hard on this for many weeks, and we've produced a really, really strong product. I absolutely anticipate other states will follow what Florida has done as we move forward in the weeks and months ahead. We are ahead of the curve on ending the illegal immigration crisis. We didn't just sit on our hands. We got to work. We hashed it out, and we've got a great product going forward. So we are the model that a lot of these states look to. This is another big issue that we're leading on. And I want to thank everybody involved. I look forward to momentarily putting my John Hancock on the pieces of legislation here. But before I do that, I want to give the presiding officers a chance to come up and say a few words. And so we'll start with our man from Wauchula, Senate President Ben Albritton.
Good afternoon. This is a sunshine state, and today the light is shining brightly. We have taken over the last 10 days to be with President Trump and work with his organizations, his agencies, our agencies here in Florida, to make a meaningful difference and really go forward and attack the challenge we have here with illegal immigration. Speaker, I want you to know that I love you. I love you. You're a good friend and trusted. Thank you very much for what you put into this. Governor, you've been the tip of the spear on this entire discussion. Your leadership has been phenomenal. Thank you so very much. And the last thing that I want to leave you with is this. At the end of the day, what happened over the last 10 days leading to this event today is all about Floridians. And what I know is this. Going forward, once this is implemented, Florida families, Florida children, Florida grandchildren, fathers, mothers are going to be safer. They're going to be safer. That is a high calling for us. And for me, that is the number one reason why I was willing to, with these two gentlemen, to lean in and run to this fight, because it matters that much. My wife, Missy, and I have 3 kids of our own. We have 2 grandkids, and a couple, 5 weeks, we'll go from 2 to 4. And it's important for me to make sure that they have the best chance possible going forward to be safe here in the state and not be plagued with many of the challenges we've seen because of this crisis. So please bear that in mind as you write about this. It's about Floridians, and it's about their safety. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, President Albritton and Governor. Thank you for your hard work, and thank you to all of you for being here, and to all the Floridians that have been patient over the last several weeks. We all had one common goal, and the goal was to solve for the crisis of illegal immigration through the vision of President Trump. We may have had different ways on how to get there, but at the end of the day, those are discussions that were healthy, were necessary, and make democracy way better after the conversation has been had. And so I want to thank the governor for being a great partner in this, and of course President Albritton from the beginning in the trenches in order for us to put forth the best product that we could. I also want to make sure that we thank the senators and the House members that had their input in this bill. There was a lot of discussion. There were multiple committees. In the House, we had 3 select committees, which were some of the biggest committees we've ever had in the House. And then we had the Budget Committee yesterday in order to bring the discussion forward with Q&A and debate to make sure that the product that we produced was the best, the brightest, and the most conservative in the country. And so the governor's absolutely right. when he says that Florida leads, and I do expect many other states to follow. So thank you all for working together alongside me. It was a privilege. I hope that Florida is proud of the work product that we have put forward. I know the three of us and our colleagues are very proud of it. So thank you all for being here.
All right, let's get it done right here. All right, so, okay. Here we go. Today is the 13th of February. I know that because I'm monitoring Valentine's Day. I'm ready for that, so. All right. Okay. You, sir?
Thank you.
You, sir? Peanut gallery, anybody? Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Here you go. Great work. Big deal.